So tonight we're going to look at Aristotle's experiment. Essentially, this experiment is to discover the circumference of the Earth using the sun's rays and the shadows cast. We also look at using parallel lines, alternate angles, and triangles, which comes from Euclidean geometry. So in Springwood, where I perform my experiment, solar noon is at 11:54, and this is when the sun is at its highest point. This is my what I used to cast the shadow. So the pole was 100 centimeters, and then it was at exactly 90 degrees, and I created it this way because I felt that it was inaccurate if I just stuck something in the ground. I also used a piece of paper to mark the shadow's movements. So when I came to finding the data, I did not have a protractor, so I used the tool of SOHCAHTOA. So I drew up my triangles. I had a look and realized that, the 100 centimeters was on the opposite side and the 83.5, which is the length of the shadow, was on the adjacents. Therefore, I would use the tangent rule. So as you can see here, I followed that rule and got 50.14 as my angle. Now, looking at this triangle, we can also see highlighted in pink parallel lines and alternate angles. So angle Y must be the same as angle Z because of that rule. So then I looked at the Central Coast, New South Wales data. We do need to take into account that it was a 30 centimetre ruler, not a 100 centimetre ruler or stick, which may have skewed my data. So I followed the working out for this experiment, which was the two angles from the two different places, minus them together, divide that answer by 360, and then you essentially get a large number which you times by the distance. In all, I got 157,371.43. This is very far off from the actual circumference of the Earth. So then I went and did the Queensland one. I used a 100 centimetre ruler as my data from this person, followed the SOHCAHTOA rule and the same rule before, but still got such a large number from the actual circumference of the Earth. So this makes me question whether this experiment is accurate, whether it actually can be a valid experiment, and when it can it actually be used in a way that we can trust. It also made me pose the question, does it only work in certain areas? Does it only work in Athens because the sun's rays were directly at 90 degrees when he filmed it?